Hi, I'm Dustin Hanson with Graywell Entertainment.
And I'm Zane Pendleton with Graywell and the Salt Pop Media site.
Welcome to the Graywell Entertainment update for the release day of 7/23. Today, actually. We are doing this video a bit late because we were nerding out over the weekend.
So we'll get started right away. There's a lot of stuff that came out that's noteworthy and worth talking about. So to start off, we've got a new album from the band Fuck Buttons. They actually are kind of in that group of people that are combining like dance music with weird influences. But it's an electronic album, but every song varies in electronic influence from, you know, sounding industrial to sounding house-ish to sounding avant-garde, glitchy, whatever. But it's really interesting and really fun to listen to.
Gogol Bordello has a new album. The world's most visionary band, says the Village Voice in New York. Gogol Bordello is like, what, hippie punk?
They're gypsies.
Or,
They're a bunch of
gypsy
European
punk.
Gypsies that play punk music.
If you pick these up at Graywell, we have it on vinyl and CD. Some stores have a giant flag, like a gigantic flag. If you're the first one in to buy it, they'll give it to you. Also, there's free sweatbands and wristbands with this. So, cool little add-ons if you're a Gogol Bordello fan. New album for you.
Got a band called Drug Church. The album is called Paul Walker. I don't know if that's about Paul Walker from Fast and Furious, but maybe it is.
So.
I hope. This is just straight up punk rock. It
sounds like a 90s, reminds me of like Just Brazil when they're heavier and stuff like that.
Yeah, just heavy punk rock, bit of hardcore. It's just really good. And they just kind of came out of nowhere. So,
Mountain Goats have a reissue of All Hell West Texas. This hasn't been out in years. If you're a fan of the Mountain Goats, this is a must-own. They've added a bunch of new stuff to it, and it does have the song "The Best Ever Metal Band in Denton," the best ever death metal band in Denton, which is a great song. So this is on vinyl and CD as well. Pick this up. This is a great one if you're a Mountain Goats fan.
Got a new one from Alpha and Omega. It says it's the midpoint between integrity, Cro-Mags, and a police chase, says Punk News. It's produced by Chad Gilbert and Newfound Glory, which, you know, initially Newfound Glory was a hardcore band. But anyway, you kind of know what to expect from this. It's on Bridge 9. They're throwing the name Cro-Mags and Integrity around. So, yeah, there you go.
I'll do two rapid fire. Hunx and his Punx has a new album. Shannon and the Clams are his backing people on his albums. They're basically the Punks. They just released an album a month ago. It's great throwback 50s stuff mixed with weird garage punk. It's awesome. They have a good cult following. You should get on board. Hunx and his Punks. New album is called Street Punk. It's very, very good. I'm sure there's some dirty artwork on the inside too, because that's usually what they do. So check out this album. And also, Grant Hart has a new album called The Argument. Grant Hart is one of the founding members of Husker Du, one of my favorite bands of all time. Him and Bob Mould. This is an interesting mishmash of everything, all his solo stuff. That's his beautiful face on the back there. Very, very cool. This is also available on CD. You know, not just these are all available on CD and LP, so come pick up this as well.
I've got a bunch of metal, punk, hardcore releases to run through all in a row. On Death Wish, got Harm's Way, new album called Blinded. This is what you would expect from Death Wish. It's metallic punk mixed with hardcore, and it stands above a lot of the other stuff that's been released in that same vein. So it's very good. We've also got Armed for Apocalypse, The Road Will End. This is also similar. It's just metal. It's straight metal with punk and hardcore influences. Got a band called Mammoth Grinder. They're on 20 Buck Spin.
Bet you can't guess what that sounds like.
Yeah, so you already know what this sounds like probably. 20 Buck Spin does a lot of like black metal, sludge, doom, stuff like that. This is actually a lot faster than this. Songs are rarely over 3 minutes long, but it sounds real good. It's kind of a mix of thrash metal. So. Got the new album from Morne. This is on Profound Lore. We always talk about Profound Lore and how good they are. The album is called Shadows. It's only got 4 tracks, but they're tracks that clock in like over 10 minutes on most of them. This is just doom mixed with like post-rock, post-metal. Very cool band. This is a big release this week. Also in the hardcore and punk and metal vein, we've got the new album from All Pigs Must Die. This album is called Nothing Violates This Nature. All Pigs Must Die is on Southern Lord, but they're just really cool. They're recorded and mixed by Kurt Ballou. He does everything with everybody, but it's a really awesome mix of that entombed style.
It features a lot of members of bands you like and love, like
Yeah.
Converge and other bands. So.
Yeah, they're a little bit of a super group without advertising it in your face, but it's a mix of hardcore and metal and punk, and this album actually is a little bit of an evolution from the last one that came out, so if you're a fan, this will interest you a lot, and if you haven't checked them out yet, they've got one before this one as well, so you should definitely get on that. I've got also Ulver live at Roadburn. We've talked about Ulver in the videos before. They're a black metal band that kind of morphed into like an avant-garde, just dark music in general. This is Eulogy for the late 60s. It was a live thing recorded April 12th, 2012.
It sounds like a late 60s psych record. It does that. It's not your typical Ulver stuff. It's them doing, I mean, they sound like a mix of Sabbath and, you know, Strawberry Alarm Clock. Weird 60s stuff.
Real weird, but very unusual. Very cool. And then I have a few vinyl releases to run through. We've got a new EP from Black Tusk called Tend to No Wounds. This is on Relapse. Always talk about Relapse as well. Has amazing artwork, really cool vinyl package. It's a 6-track EP. It's available on CD as well, and it's Black Tusk. It's swampy southern metal mixed with rock, and it sounds great. It's very cool.
If I had to guess, that's John Baisley's artwork again.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a wild stab. I might be wrong, but that looks like it to me.
Yeah. Also got AC4 Burn the World. This comes with a free download. It's on clear vinyl. It's the first press. This is on Deathwish as well, or released through Deathwish. This actually features Dennis from Refused, who is, I mean, they're huge and ultra famous, and so this features vocals from him, and then it's 3 other guys with him, and it's
a lot of short, heavy, pissed off punk songs.
Yeah, you can kind of tell from the way it looks. Also with the EP stuff, Baroness has a live EP called Live at Vale. Vale.
It's BBC sessions, basically.
Yeah, so it's got 4 tracks. They're from the new album, the Yellow Green double album. And these are, it's got more John Dyer Baisley artwork on the front, comes in this nice package. And is the vinyl colored on this one?
No, it's black, but the B-side is hand-etched. So it's this artwork etched onto the actual LP.
So
it's very, very cool.
Very cool vinyl package.
Very limited, too. There's not going to be a lot of those around, so if you're a fan of Baroness, go pick that up.
And then one more reissue from
Deathwish did this
from
one.
Deathwish. They did this one as well. This is One from the band Cursed. Cursed is just they just name their albums 1, 2, 3, and this is One being reissued. It's only $14.99, but you get it on silver vinyl. This is the first press, and it comes with a free download card as well. So as you can see, there's a recurring theme of stuff between Relapse and Deathwish and Profound Lore all coming out with stuff at the same time. That's all very, very awesome. So
new album from Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. If you've ever seen these guys live, they're a 10-piece. They fill up the stage. They're, you know, monstrous vocals and big sounding and fun. The records don't sound as big, but they're very, very good. Very pretty sounding, and they're really interesting and, you know, heartfelt, non-self-conscious lyrics. Really awesome. The new album is self-titled. Comes on CD, and we have it on LP as well at all the stores. So if you're a Edward Sharpe fan, pick it up. It's been playing a lot locally on KRCL. Very good album. My favorite release of the week, one of my favorite bands, True Widow on Relapse has a new album. The new album is called Circumambulation. I think I said that right. I nailed it. This is a great band, one of my favorites. 3-piece, male, female vocals, girl bass player, great drummer. Shoegaze, not really metal by definition.
It's kind of mixed with, like there's a little bit of drone and kind of a slow, there's like a slow groove to a lot of the songs, mixed vocals. It's just awesome. Like, it's just perfect. It's not metal, but it's for people who enjoy metal, but also it's got that crossover appeal with people who don't normally like metal, but they'll like this band.
I like to call it heavy shoegaze. It's real good.
Yeah.
If you buy or read Decibel Magazine, nothing against those guys, but you buy based on their reviews, they kind of pan this album. Don't read it. Don't worry about it. Pick this record up. This band is fantastic. it shouldn't have been reviewed by a metal person that doesn't like this kind of stuff. This is not a metal record, but it's very, very good.
Absolutely one of the best releases this week.
Yeah, it's great. Couple more, we'll just go real fast. The Love Language have a new album called Ruby Red. It's on Merge Records. It's their third album, so pick that up. Half Moon Run is a new band. It's alternative rock, that says, but it's really more, it's more on the indie vein, so check that out. Hey Hello is freak out weirdo music on The End Records. Really, really odd, goofy stuff. The End Records just releases a lot of just amazingly weird and different stuff, so they're a really cool label to check out. Dig deep in them. Ghostface Killah has his new album, the 12 Reasons to Die, came out, what, 3-4 months ago. This is
maybe a little more recently.
Okay,
than that,
a couple months ago, and then there was a B-side record they gave out at Record Store Days on a cassette tape, and then this album, this is the brown tape, which is the alternative version. They basically recorded the album like 3 different times.
It's like a remix of the entire 12 Reasons to Die album, but if you're a fan of that album and you listen to this, you'll pick out differences in the way that the songs are produced.
It's basically a completely different record, so it's like another Ghostface record right after the first one, so very, very cool.
Very cool.
And then, of course, if you're ready, come and get it. Na. The new Selena Gomez, Stars Dance. So for all you people that say we don't carry stuff for everyone, you're a liar. There it is. There's not as many movies coming out this week, just some interesting, smaller, independents and stuff, like some of the film festival circuit ones. Trance by Danny Boyle, starring James McAvoy, Vincent Cassel, and Rosario Dawson. I haven't seen it. It played, at a lot of the little art house theaters and stuff. It's supposed to be really good. That's a new Danny Boyle movie. There is Twixt, which is a horror movie starring Val Kilmer and Elle Fanning, but it is directed and written by Francis Ford Coppola. First thing he's done in a really long time. So, check out Twixt. Fangoria gave it 4 out of 4 skulls, so that might be good. Another horror movie issued with special artwork done by, I don't know how to say her name, Jan or Zan. It's spelled weird, but it's Cassavetes. It's Nick Cassavetes' daughter. This is her film. It's called Kiss of the Damned. It's a horror movie, vampires, obviously. Check that out. For all you sitting around talking shit about movie nerds, Mystery Science 3000, Volume 27. We had 26 in a few months back and sold it out almost immediately. So if you guys are interested, come pick these up quick.
It's them tearing apart 4 new movies with a bunch of bonus features.
They are tearing apart the Slime People, Rocket Attack USA, Village of the Giants, and the Deadly Mantis. So good stuff. Very funny always. And last but not least, Superjail Season 3. If you don't watch Superjail and you're into sicko, weirdo, freak out, super fast, ultra violent, weird stuff, you've got to check this show out. Season 1 and 2, they're never very expensive. They're like $19, so we get them used. They're pretty cheap too. 10 episodes in each season, so check this season out. This is where it gets, they really hit their stride with Season 3, and they're already greenlit for a Season 4. So
it's an Adult Swim show. It's it's all traditionally hand animated. It all looks like sketches from the 80s, doodles and notebooks killing each other.
Well, the first time I ever watched this show, it reminded me, I grew up watching Beavis and Butthead on MTV, and there's a scene in Beavis and Butthead when they're in school making animation, their one episode, and it's like a plane crashing into Butthead's head, and Beavis gets stabbed by knives over and over, and it's just this weird little flipbook animation they do. This is like an uber acid out, freak out version
times
of that.
1,000, jam-packed. Every screen frame has a million things happening. You can rewatch episodes and pick up on more that you didn't see the first time. So
yeah, it's a great
stuff.
Show. Well, sorry for the late video. This will be posted tomorrow, it'll be posted Wednesday, so you should see it then. And we had a lot of fun at Comic-Con. That's why we're late. So sorry. I'm not really that sorry.
And remember, the Twilight concert series is going on all through the summer. Shows are every Thursday.
Flaming Lips this week.
Flaming Lips is this week with CSS and support. And you can pick up your tickets at Every Graywell for $5.75. They are cash only, but you can get your tickets for every show all the way through the summer, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. And we have the albums available for all of those bands as well. So if you want to brush up, or you go see somebody and you really enjoy it, we'll be there selling albums for the bands, and we'll have those albums available in our stores as well.
Merch booth, if you're facing the stage at Twilight, is just off to the left, over by the information booth. You can't miss us.
Yep. So if you live in Salt Lake City, come see us and say hi, and we'll give you some stuff to buy.
Yeah, and then follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Graywell SLC and Facebook at Graywell, facebook.com/Graywell.
And remember to go to saltpop.net for all the updates from the Salt Pop site. We tear apart pop culture, argue about stupid things with superheroes, and
like Batman and Superman.
Yeah, like the Batman
movies.
Superman movie. And we also have our YouTube channel at youtube.com/saltpopofficial, and we are on Instagram and Twitter at saltpopofficial as well. So check us out.
Thanks a lot.